let me introduce you to another amazing person who also happens to be a new dad, Franz Joseph Hartl. And hello, I'm Franz. And this is quite a remarkable fellow. He's in charge of web development at Yale. And believe it or not, we invited him down to a meeting in New York City. Actually, Don Filer was there as well, who's in charge of international affairs. And he fell in love with this project. He really came to believe that if we invest in early childhood, we could make a more peaceful world. And he has done amazing things in helping Shimra Fallon and others. I'm not sure if Nick Appleby is here or not, but Shimra Fallon, raise your hand. And Nick Appleby should be here, but he's not. But Franz is the person who's really made it happen in terms of activating and making this website be so interactive and positive. And the real challenge for each of you is, please go there, take a look, and tell us all how it can be better and how we could actually make use of that website to actually move forward the agenda that we've been talking about all day today. So with that, Franz Joseph Hartl, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So I don't want to keep anybody longer than necessary, and I want to get to the ambassador, who I'm very excited about hearing him. Again, hello, my name is Franz Joseph Hartl. I am the University Webmaster here at Yale, and more importantly than being from Yale, I am from the internet. Let's say. So that's kind of what my role was in this organization. Chamber came to me and she said, look, we have this big idea for ECPC, and there's this idea that loving children can change the world. And I said, really? And they were like, yes, we have the science. And I'm like, I'm on board. What do you need me to do? How could I help you? How can we get things happen? Let's kind of make things, and the internet is going to change the world. That's what I've always believed. And the internet has changed the world, but the internet has changed the world horribly, right? So like we live in this world right now where the algorithm, right, has hurt social cohesion and has broken trust. So I know, like, what I want to kind of get here and what I want to have you walk out of this meeting today is kind of with an optimism that you are going to come and you're going to help use the internet to help, love children and help build peace through that process. So how are we going to do that? And I'm just going to give you a little bit, I'm just going to go give a little bit of a history lesson, and then we'll talk and why we should have confidence. Okay, so this is a stained glass art, and the Beinecke, the web is web publishing, kind of having an we have this kind of idea that the web is like a printing press and it's publication. And one of the things that when I first arrived at Yale, I was incredibly inspired by, and visitors to New Haven and into Yale, you should definitely do this. This is Yale's copy of the Gutenberg Bible. I think all universities should have a copy of it. I don't know why they don't, but we have one, one of the 26. And the Gutenberg Bible was the first example of movable type and print. And you kind of get that history lesson, and you think, movable type and print, what a great thing. It brought the books, and it brought literacy, and from this is Sterling Memorial Library here at Yale. We have these temples of learning, and it's been absolutely amazing. But we're kind of skipping a part of the story, getting from the Gutenberg to like the temples and the University and Enlightenment. The part of the story that we're skipping is, oh yeah, we had the religious wars that came directly as a result of the printing press. When we had the printing press, we didn't know how to kind of handle it or copy it, and we had this crisis of not knowing what to do, of legitimacy and of authority. And that's very similar to kind of what's happening right now on the internet, where the internet is kind of we don't know where to go, we don't know what to trust, we don't know what information is good and what's out there. So, but we've gotten through it. So this is the mission of all great research universities. This is the first mission statement of Yale, is to create, preserve, and disseminate knowledge. When I look at the technology and think about how the web is on the creation and preservation, dissemination, artificial intelligence is overrated. Don't believe the hype. A lot of people are saying AI is coming. It's gonna solve everything. We're gonna have policy made by AI. Nah, it's not. It's kind of like bad algebra. It's not really. It's nothing special. It's not creative. I believe in people, right? I believe in people. I believe that it's not going to be artificial intelligence that changes the world. I believe in people. And I believe in connecting minds. If all the stuff that we've heard today, we've talked about the development. One of the key things is we talked about the development of how loving children and nurturing children and preventing toxic stress creates the synapses and the power of the mind. My goal is that if one mind is so powerful, can you imagine what happens if we could kind of bring together the 700 million minds? Not through kind of 7 billion minds on this planet. Not through kind of algorithms in a cheap way, but really kind of looking and towards methods of kind of bringing us all together. And that's kind of what I get to do here at Yale. So we have a couple of proof of concepts of this working, right? Wikipedia is something that's been really real. It's a real thing that we have this incredible encyclopedia of knowledge that people came together altruistically and kind of built this new wealth of knowledge. So it is very much possible that we could all come together and work collaboratively and create this knowledge space. We've done it with Wikipedia. We're doing it here at Yale too. So Yale's web infrastructure, the way that we kind of build all our web at Yale is built on open source technologies. That means it's people getting together in mass collaborative ways, thousands and thousands of people working together and putting together code and building upon stacks on stacks on stacks of people working and collaborating. And our web is kind of great. And what we've done here at Yale is we've been able to kind of create this open source code that has allowed, created a platform that all our websites are on the same code base, on the same system, and we're able to kind of disseminate any improvement that we make in one area, that we're able to kind of take that code and bring it to new systems so we could kind of share that. This is on the Yale code base. The ECPC website is on Yale's code base. So what this means is that Yale University is taking the responsibility of making sure that this site is secure, that as the web evolves and moves forward, that we're going to use all that power of open source. We're going to leverage all those thousands of people who are on top, who contributed code to make it safe. They're going to kind of help support and make this website. Any advantages that happen, we're going to kind of continue and do this. So this is the fruit. This is kind of like all this other collective effort that's already happened. We're going to take advantage, and now it's kind of our turn to be on here, to kind of have more information go on here. So this website. The website is, I don't have any responsibility for the content of the website. I was just able to kind of get resources and handle a lot of the platform. But so many members of this committee have come together and they really kind of put absolute great content on this website. So many places now on the web are done haberdashery, are done, you're not questioning what is the legitimacy. Is this solid information? Is this good science? None of that issue is present on the ECPC website. The website is deep, it is good, and it provides information not just to talk at you, but to kind of connect here. So that's what the great section of the Global Programs Directory is an example of finding other organizations kind of in the world. Like if you wanted to find out about early years, for example. There's a great section about some of their policies. There's a home. You could learn about that, and you could get their contact information, and you could kind of reach out. So think about this. What makes these kind of conferences great are the connections that you can make here, are the people that you kind of meet out and build from that. And the website kind of helps and supports that. The website also has an incredible amount of resources that you just heard about earlier today. More and more of these resources are available, the literature, where to find everything. So when I was in lunch, I heard people over talking and said, what can we do? Like, what's the call to action? Like, I don't need, you know, it's difficult in this kind of setting to kind of take down and educate everyone, but go to the website and do it on your own time and do a deep dive. And so you could learn what's available and what resources we have. It's absolutely phenomenal. And Shamra, just way to go. Now, the website's launched, it's live, but often people used to think about a website, they look at it like a book, right? It's like, oh yeah, we're published, and that's kind of done. That's not actually how a good website goes. A website is an iterative process. We're constantly refining, we're constantly building upon it. And in many ways, you take a look at this is the prototype. We're sharing it with you. And, you know, Jim, it's like we synced up beforehand. It's perfect. Give us feedback here. We need feedback so we could kind of refine it, build the next version, build it, and keep on cycling through. And if you want to reach us, you know, go to ecdpeace.org/contact. And give us feedback and tell us how the website goes better. Tell us about sections that are missing. Tell us about new ideas. Just communicate. This is not a top-down thing. This is peer-to-peer. This is building that network. Because I believe in you, right? I don't believe, the thing that inspired me when I was at the United States, I was inspired by hearing stories of the people who are in this room, the amazing things that have changed already in the world, and like we're on the precipice of even greater change. So I know Jim very much likes to have these inspirational kind of quotes at the end, so I'm gonna do him justice by doing one too. Right. So one of the thinkers that I've been kind of influenced is a Jesuit by the name of Teilhard de Chardin, and he said this. He said, "Someday, after mastering the winds, the waves, the tides, and gravity, we shall harness for God the energies of love. And then, for a second time in the history of the world, man will have discovered fire." And I think that this is what the science is showing us right now, that love is the key for building peace. And I think we have now a way with the internet, and why I'm so excited and so long on the internet is because I think the internet is going to allow us to teach other people, to make connections, and to harness this power of love. So I'm happy that I could support you in all your work, and I hope you support each other, and just continue to go out and do great work. Thank you.